as you can see from that opening, I had a problem with one of my jets, this far right jet turning on all the way. And in the video that I captured, that was actually a short one. In other times where the furnace would turn on and the jets would fire on, this one would be delay, like count of one, count of two, count of woof. And what had set me off is that I was smelling gas on a regular basis. And so I'd called the landlord over to come and look at the furnace, and he brought his sniffer. You know, it's a tool like this, and it goes beep, 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 beep. And he's like touching everywhere, and he's looking for leaks, and he couldn't find one. And I'm like, can you stay around and just wait, because it smells fleeting. And there was other places in the house that we were looking at. And then I called the gas company to see what they could do. And they helped with a couple other things in the house. But he said, you need to hire a HVAC person to come and look. And what I'm going to share with you right now is going to help you save probably a visit from an HVAC expert, save a few bucks. You won't have to replace your furnace. It's kind of simple. So in the opening, you saw that this jet was delayed in the opening video. And so what I learned is that as the gas turns on here at the pilot, and there's a little bit of gas starting to come out, there's these spaces in between, I think they're called wings, where the gas vapor creeps along and lights the next one, and it should be instantaneous. And so what I did, what I found out with mine, is that I got a mirror, and I looked on the back side. See how you can see inside of there? And along those wings, I had this crusty buildup. So it flaked off pretty easily. And let me show you how I ended up cleaning up. Wire brush. That's it. So I took this mirror so I could see exactly the position of what I was looking at, and I would get this end of the wire brush, and I just very gently find a way to get my hand in here and just very gently start cleaning in between. I ended up cleaning the whole face here. And this is so you do not, this comes off, but yeah, I'm not gonna risk taking it off and you know, figuring it out how to put it back together. I'd rather just see if I could clean it, and it ended up working. So clean these jets, and you know, I just went over and over and made sure, especially because it was this far right jet, I made sure that I cleaned the stuck the bristles way inside, because there's a little tiny gap in there. And I did more and more and more and more. And I did everything I could. And I went over it 2 times so I wouldn't have to do it again. And then what I ended up getting is some throttle and air intake cleaner. And I just sprayed it a little bit to see if it could dissolve, just like your air intake on your car. Might get a little bit of buildup. And I ended up just spraying. Let me get this tube in here. And first I sprayed here at the little tiny nipples where the gas comes through. It sprayed just a little burst. And then I sprayed in between these wings, little burst, to see if it would loosen particles that way. Little burst that way, little burst that way, little burst that way, and that way. And this is safe to use because, you know, obviously power off your furnace. And just like this being used in your car, it evaporates very quickly, so there's not going to be residue or anything. It's already dry in there. So now I'm going to take an after video, and we'll talk about a few extra things. So stand by for the after video now that I've cleaned it. So let's talk about a few things to keep in mind. Obviously, do not do this unless you are a trained professional, and you can follow all of these warnings that come on your furnace. So keep in mind also that you know, your troubleshooting might indicate that your gas valve is not working correctly. And again, this is not a very expensive, I think it's $400 in that neighborhood to buy this whole contraption. And it's fairly easy. If you can work on your own car, you can remove a gas line, remove a gas line, remove a gas line, remove some wiring, and then put it back on. So if you're savvy like that, you can save an HVAC trip, HVAC cost, in the hefty prices. And also, you know, if you own your own furnace and you're comfortable removing the jets, you know, it's not complex. If you take a few screws off, the jets come out, depending on your make and model, and you'll be able to clean them thoroughly, clean the little nipples where the gas comes out of that one, and then the far right one that we're having problems with. So let me see if there are any other tips. Just be careful, be smart, and also if you see one jet, if you can visually see your own, you're smelling gas in your basement, it's intermittent, it goes away, it comes back maybe, you know, an hour later or 2 hours later, you should not smell any gas from your furnace. So let me encourage you to do your due diligence, call your guy if you have a guy, you know, pay the bill. But, you know, obviously if you know it's just the jets and they just need to be cleaned, you're not going to have a big bill. So hopefully it saved somebody some time, some money. Please like, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.